Hi everyone, today we are going to do some fertiliser spreading. We're busy with the lambing, but it's time to put the fertiliser on the winter barley, so we're going to try and get some of that done this afternoon. The tractor's here already. I gave it a bit of a wash earlier and cleaned the radiator out, and just got to put some weights on a minute, and we'll get hitched up and get sorted out and make a start. This field of winter barley is looking nice. It's not as green. I think this is probably like the hungriest field, and but it's all here. It's very good. It's all tilled out. It's just waiting to grow now. So well pleased with it really. Bit of rabbits there, but yeah. So this is P&K going on at the moment. We'll do the nitrogen tomorrow, I think. It's a bit windy today, but yeah. But definitely, well, it's ready for some nitrogen now, so we'll get on with that. And but now we're looking, I was well pleased with it really. This field was rolled when it was straight after the drilling, but we're rolling the field. The other field, which was the last field drilled, and so it sort of rained the next day after it was drilled, and we didn't roll it down the night it was drilled because the dew came in and it was quite sticky after. But we'll go and have a look at that in a minute, and then I'll show you what I'm doing with the rolling, and we can see if it's worthwhile. Right, we're all set up, ready to go, and I did a little bit here yesterday. I started it off, so I went and got the rollers last night. I'll explain about that in a minute. But yeah, so I've been around the headlands and I've just started this end of the field and done some short ground. So where are we at? Yeah, so I've done here. Yeah, you can see it sort of needs rolling, and it just looks rough looking across it, but I'm not too worried about that. But it's just stones and stuff. We just want to roll the stones in, and I don't think it would do any harm to roll it anyway. See some slight stones over there. So they just get quite a lot of like spar stones and stuff, but I'll pick that up now here, but it's not too bad. The roller would sort of roll that in, alright. Yeah, so all ready to go, and I've borrowed my mate's rollers to do this, and like I say, I'll like sort of explain why in a minute. We have got more sets of rollers here than I think I need really. Yes, we got the flat bar roller there. This is sort of a piece of waste ground really here. There's the lane used to continue on out through to here, and there's a gateway there, and hedge line used to go sort of like right from there right down across, so sort of like where I'm pointing somewhere there, the hedge line went right down through there, and then sort of went like across that way. So this was at least two fields, so that's why this piece of waste ground is here, because it's actually a lane. So it's just handy to tip a bit of dung on and like store all this sort of stuff here, really like the rollers and stuff. So yeah, so these are our old set of gang rollers, and we set them up out here. We sort of dug them out because they've been sort of parked up, and so we set them up. So our intention was to roll this field with them, which was all right, but they're about sort of 16 feet, so 2 4-foot wings, and the roll middle's just over 8 foot, I think. So and then these are our tandem set, and the reason we weren't going to use these was because of the depth of the ring, and we thought it might do more harm than good, because it might sort of cut off the, or let's you know, cut into the plant. So that's why we've sort of not used those. And like these rings on our old gang rollers were more worn, so we thought that would probably be good. And then my mate's rollers, they're sort of worn as well, so they don't sort of like cut in so bad, but yeah, still do the job. Gave it a bit of a grease up before I started, and let's sort of carry on and see what we can do. Yeah, it seems to be working all right, and I think it's worthwhile doing it. Down this end of the field, it's a bit rabbit damage. Need to get out here with the rifle, I think. You can definitely sort of see the difference between what I have and haven't done. So the tractor's probably a bit overkill really, but I don't think the other tractor will pull the rollers on here. It's quite a slope, sort of going back down over behind me, which is, you know, it's not steep by any means, it's just sloping, and you know, I don't want the tractor to be cutting it. This one's obviously 4-wheel drive, so just, you know, makes less mark because it isn't like digging. Yeah, so the reason why we have borrowed my mate's rollers is that we are on 12-metre tram lines, and these are 6-metre rollers, or just over 6, I think he said 6.2 or 6.3. So you know, they're ideal for this because I can go up the hill in a tram line, and then I can go downhill now going downhill, so it's not cutting and digging on the crop. So half of my time I'm actually in the tram lines, so every other time across the field I'm in a tram line, which is ideal. So that's, like I say, that's why we borrowed the rollers. We didn't, you know, they are wider obviously than ours, so you can get over the ground quicker, but the reason we haven't got a wider set of rollers is that a lot of the time we pull them with the little 2-wheel drive tractor, which is only 3-cylinder 60 horsepower, so you know, any bigger set and it probably struggle to pull them, and even then it can't pull them on the ploughing. So you know, we've got our dual wheels as well, so we, like I say, we do a lot of rolling in with that tractor, so that's why we don't sort of want a bigger, wider set. And yeah, it'd be nice, it's always nice to have wider equipment, but it sort of works well what we do, so that's yeah, they work well for us, those tandem rollers. The old set that we got there that I showed you just now, the old gang roller set, they aren't bad really. They're, you know, they're a decent set of rollers, but they're difficult to set up, and I think probably what will happen to them is, I sort of intended to do it before, but I think what we'll do is we'll just scrap them, and you know, they're worth quite a bit of money just for scrap value, so it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. You know, they won't be used anymore, so like I say, I think we'll just sort of scrap them and get what we can for them, at least get a bit of money back on them. You know, days of people wanting to use them, I think are gone really, but like I say, they are a useful, you know, decent set of rollers, and they're heavy, so and they've got sort of quite good heavy wings, but like I say, they're just not used anymore. Even the tandem set we've got, you know, you don't really see many sets like that. People, you know, minimum sort of size people have got now is 6 meters wide, but you know, it suits us and suits what we're doing. We're not doing a huge amount of acres, so you know, it works right. Yeah, so we've got quite a bit of work to do really. We are busy with the lambing. We're sort of 2/3 of the way through that now, so, and it is sort of going alright. It's just lambing, and it'll be nice to get it completed really, because it's just difficult to get on with this sort of work. There's always something to do in the lambing shed, but it can't be helped, and you know, we've got to tend the sheep, and that sort of comes first. So it's difficult to sort of get outfield in the mornings to do this kind of work, but it will ease off in a day or two. We got one field to plough still for spring barley, and we spread some dung on that this last week. Mate came in with his rear discharge spreader and got that done. So I'd like it to have been ploughed before really, but we just haven't had a chance. So that'll be the next job after this video, and I'll try and get the drone up. It's yeah, it's a lay, so it's the one I sprayed off using GPS. So yeah, we'll get the drone up for that one, and you can have a look. It's got quite a nasty little bottom to the field really, that's a little bit awkward and sort of a bit steep really where we're turning around, so I'll show you that with a drone. Yeah, so this field is the last field I drilled winter barley wise, and I can't believe how it came on really, because it wasn't late when it went in really, but it just the weather it had, you know, I'm sort of really pleased with how it's come on, because I can't remember the date now, but one of those storms was coming in from the north, and from the north we aren't far away from the sea, and it was like everything was sort of covered in salt, and just sort of a really strong wind. A lot of the time we don't get gales from the north, like they generally come from the southwest. That's sort of where the prevailing wind is, but when we get a gale from the north, it's usually pretty bad, and that was really bad this time. And this looked awful when it afterwards, and sort of looking at it the day after, you thought, is it going to survive? And yeah, it's come on. Not sure if you can see, but there's stones here. It's not awful, but just little stones that are better off rolled in. Right, all done. Well, not all done. I've just got to go back across, just across there once more, and back up to the gate, which is sort of straight up there, and then we're all done. Just got out here now because I'm picking up a stone. Yeah, I'll get this field ploughed next job, and then tractor can have a bit of a wash done, ready for doing all the spring work. Got a bit mucky the other day hedge cutting, but anyway, yeah, so that's rolled. I'm not a big fan of rolling crops that are growing. I don't like rolling grass, You know, we sort of spend a load of money trying to get the grass growing, and then go over it with a flat roller and bruise it, which, you know, harms it and slows it down. So, you know, that's why I'm not a fan of rolling grass. We sort of do it if we have to put stones down. That's the only reason. But so we don't roll grass very often, but only if we've sort of spread some down on it or it's first year seeds. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that video. Please remember to like the videos and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another video soon.